We're about to get into it, guys. We're gonna get into it in 1 minute. We're gonna get into it in 1 minute. In 1 minute. We're going to you live once again from the greatest state in the Union, the Tar Heel State, where the topography is serene, pristine, and verdant green, where every day is Father's Day, and where manhood is part of hills and valleys, victories and failures, and whereas men, we don't agree on all things or ideologies, but tonight we come together as allies of a common cause, only to dissipate once the crisis is over. Now listen, I'm about to drop some fire for your mind, but before I drop that fire, let's explore why we are doing the Manhood Chronicles. All right, guys, we're gonna go live in a minute. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna talk about this topic as it's important. This woman was a dear friend of mine. Her name was Erica Lucas, but give me a few minutes, guys, as I get this show popping. And we're gonna get into it in a minute, guys. Give me a minute. 15 minutes after hour, 12 o'clock, guys. Bring it to you live from the greatest state in the Union, the Tar Heel State. We're going to have a good show, a short show. We're going to talk about the spirit of murder that's in the land, the death of Erica Lucas, a dear friend of mine, a colleague. We went to high school together. Senseless violence is on the rise, guys. It's permeating at an all-time high. I believe that we are officially in the last days. The last days is something that's been going on for a while now. But the question is, why did this dear woman have to pass away? Why did she die? Why did my dear friend and colleague Erica Lucas have to lose her life to senseless gun violence? It's a topic that needs to be talked about and discussed in the Black community. We talk about many other things, but when it comes down to senseless deaths, many times we're silent on that. We're going to talk about the Charlie Kirk fiasco as well. But I want to make sure the topic is key today as we talk about senseless murders are on the rise. There appears to be civil unrest, civil undiscourse, and there appears to be a spirit of murder and violence in the land. So this is going to be a short impromptu show, guys. This is just a test that I'm trying out on my busy Friday. And we're going to talk about the death of my dear friend by the name of Erica Lucas, because Erica Lucas's death reminds me, and it should remind you, that you never know when you're going to leave this planet. So we're going to get into it in a minute, guys. Share the stream, support the stream, please. Support the stream, guys, and share it. Thank you to the three that are watching. This is impromptu on this Friday afternoon. Once again, guys, bringing it to you live from the greatest state in the Union, the Tar Heel State. And we're going to get into it in a minute, guys. So do me a favor, hit the like button, share the stream. But today, a team was charged, I think it was 2 days ago, was charged in the death of former Wake County principal in court. This dear woman was a friend of mine. I loved and respected her. She was an educator like myself. She was a basketball player. She played at Elizabeth City State University. And her name was Erica Lucas. And Erica, guys, lost her life recently to senseless gun violence. She lost her life to senseless gun violence here in Wake County. And it all was at the hands of what some would call a young thug. Now, some will argue that the intention was not for Erica Lucas to lose her life. But one would question, why would a young man 16 or 17 or 18 have a gun in his hand? And guys, this is the all problem that we have in the black community. I call it selective outrage. And we're not saying that white folks don't have issues in their communities as well. But this woman that was a pillar in the community here in Wake County, her and I went to high school together back east. She played basketball. She was a couple years older than me. She lost her life all due to senseless gun violence. And the mother or honor of the child, she's trying to minimize or trivialize what her son or nephew or whatever has done, even though the bullet was intended for Erica. Nonetheless, she lost her life. And see, guys, this is what's happening all too often, guys, in the black community, because we don't hold nobody accountable. We have a lot of selective outrage. White conservatives have selective outrage as it relates to the things that black people do. Black folks have selective outrage to what white people do to them. But all human beings struggle with self-introspection. And so I'm convinced more so now, guys, than ever, that we are living in the latter part of the last days and that the spirit of murder is on the rise. You guys know that here in Charlotte, more recently, a woman lost her life. She lost her life to a senseless death. And I'm not trying to make this about race, because regardless of the hue, white, black, green, or purple, no man, woman, or child deserves to lose their life. And so Erica Lucas, a pillar of the community, a productive black woman, a productive citizen. Her husband won several state championships. She had a master's degree in business administration, school administration. Her and I went to high school together. And sadly, Erica has succumbed to death. And she has succumbed to death all at the hands of some uninformed kid, some kid that should have been home, some kid that didn't regard her life. And some kids didn't regard her life, and also a world in the community where no one is holding folks accountable anymore. And so we can't talk about black community, black love, black relationships until we talk about senseless murders and senseless deaths. We can't talk about black love and black communities until we talk about senseless murders and senseless death. And I believe succinctly, guys, that we're in the latter part of the last days. Some will argue we've been in the last days for a long time, but I believe that we are in the latter part of the last days. And because I've never in my life seen so much violence in the land. Now, of course, we had violence in the 60s due to the civil rights issues. Of course, we had that. But every time you look now, we know that the media has proliferated things. You see senseless deaths. Children got deleted in Denver, Colorado, here recently. Shout out to my man from South Africa. Kids got deleted here recently from Colorado. Regardless if you agree with Charlie Kirk or not, Charlie Kirk lost his life. And every time you look, something negative is happening. And it's almost like we're becoming desensitized to it. And so this woman by the name of Erica Lucas, this team was charging her death. A 16-year-old Charlotte, but I think the kid in the picture was complicit as well. And so where's the outrage over Erica losing her life? My friend, my colleague, someone I went to high school with, she's gone. Her husband got to deal with the stress and the struggle of his wife losing her life. And this is what happens, guys, when you minimize mental illness, when you minimize mental awareness, when you minimize community, when you minimize objectivity, when you minimize family, when you minimize faith, when you minimize the truth. And listen, imagine we had strong communities where preachers actually preached the gospel like folks did years ago, but we don't have that anymore. And so we live in a world where people are often sensitive. Nobody wants to self-reflect and take accountability. Nobody is looking or doing self-introspection. Liberalism has brought the decline of the black community. At one point, black communities were strong and intact, but they're no longer strong and intact for a myriad of reasons. Debauchery is at an all-time high. You can't hold folks accountable. Everybody wants to be the victim. And we wonder why we have the issues that we currently have now in the so-called black community that's getting worse and worse and worse. And listen, this is not a black community issue, guys. This is a American issue. It's not a black community issue. This is an American issue. And so Erica Lucas, a high school classmate of mine, a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, she's gone. The situation ensued about a couple of weeks ago. She got shot, I think, last week. We thought she was going to come through, but she didn't come through. She lost her life, and now she's standing. Shout out to my dear friend, Red Lipstick Vibes. And now she's in the presence of God, hopefully. And I believe Erica was a woman of faith. So we'll say that, hopefully she's definitely in the presence of God. But it hurts me immensely, guys. It hurts me profusely that violence is on the rise in the land. Up is down, down is up, right is wrong, and wrong is right. And the death of Erica Lucas is another example of senseless murders. Not only the death of Erica Lucas here in the North Carolina, the Tar Heel State, the white Ukrainian woman, she lost her life. And listen, there are going to be some that say we focus on, big people in the media losing their lives. People lose their lives every day. That's true. Folks are losing their lives every day. People are losing their lives every day. But you don't minimize humanity of people regardless of their stature, their power, and whatever prowess that they have. You just don't minimize it. And so some of this stuff that's going on is mental illness, I believe, but some of this stuff, guys, going on, I believe, is highly demonic. I believe as we get closer to the end, as we get closer to the end times, you're going to start seeing more demonic situations going on. No different than Robert Westman. Robert Westerman, I believe, had a demonic spirit in him. I believe he was demonic. The person that shot Charlie Kirk in the neck, I would believe was demonic. I didn't agree with Charlie Kirk on a lot of things he said. Charlie Kirk many times was insensitive to issues around black folks. He was insensitive to some degree. He was ignorant. But Charlie Kirk did not deserve to get deleted. My colleague and high school friend, Erica Lucas, did not deserve to lose her life due to a stray bullet. The young lady that lost her life on the train did not deserve to lose her life, and neither did those kids in Minneapolis and Denver deserve to lose their life. And see, one of the things that I hate about conservative pundits, I'm going to get into Erica's situation in a minute. Many times they talk about the issues in the black community without looking at the issues within themselves. They'll talk about white liberalism, which is true. But they don't talk about the white on white violence many times that's caused by people that look like them. The major catastrophes that have happened here recently has been white on white violence. Now, some of the things that happen in black communities many times is at the meso level. But at the macro level, or also at the national level, Robert Westerman deleted 2 children and injured 17. There was white on white violence. What happened here recently with Charlie Kirk, it was white on white violence. And, Charlie Kirk many times will talk about issues about black violence, which is right. But Charlie Kirk rarely will talk about white on white violence at the national level. But regardless of all of that, guys, we are in the last days, in my opinion, Because everything that appears to be mental is not mental, it's spiritual. And everything that's assumed to be spiritual is not necessarily demonic, it's mental. A person got to do the proper steps to more or less contextualize whatever it is. And so Erica Lucas lost her life. She lost her life to senseless violence. A proud mother, a wife, a classmate of mine, sweet spirit. So much grief is going on in the land, guys. As you guys know, I lost my mother recently. I'm still dealing with that. But every time you turn around, guys, every time you look around, somebody's losing their life. Somebody is losing their life. And it's happening so much, guys, that we're becoming desensitized to it. We are becoming desensitized to senseless murders and senseless deaths. And it's almost like it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal anymore. You hear so much, guys, it's not a big deal anymore. And so we're going to get into briefly, guys, what happened to my dear friend Erica Lucas, what the implications mean moving forward. I don't see the world getting any better anytime soon. It hasn't gotten any better, sadly, since the 90s. It's progressively gotten worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And when things begin to get worse and worse and worse, then we understand that it's a war cry. Instead of having a war cry for civility, we have a war cry for irrationality. And shout out to my man, Do the Fire podcast. Shout out, brother. And so once again, my dear friend Erica Lucas, a classmate of mine, she lost her life because the Black community is no longer as strong as it used to be. Her mother or the parent associated with this person appears to have tried to minimize what happened, sadly. And all too often there, guys, in the Black community, no one is taking accountability. Erica Lucas should have been able to live on up to whatever time that God had for her, but Erica now is gone. And I never get a chance to see my friend again because she is gone. She is immortal now. And so much darkness, guys, is going on in the world. Every time you look, the spirit of violence, guys, is continuing to creep itself up its ugly head. So let's listen to what happened with Erica, guys, real quick. I'm gonna play some clips real quick. Y'all hit one if you can hear me. Y'all hit one if you can hear me. But Erica Lucas, a dear friend of mine, was shot. And this all happened, guys, due to senseless violence, due to the lack of community instability, due to the lack of accountability, and due to people minimizing the life of human beings. We don't take human life serious anymore, guys. We don't take it serious anymore. And this is what happens, guys, when we don't take human lives serious. Hold tight.
Wake Forest near East Nelson Avenue. You can actually see a Wake Forest police officer here monitoring the area. Police were called to East Nelson Avenue last night around 6 for a shooting. We know that a 16-year-old has been arrested, and now 56-year-old Erica Lucas is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. She is the wife of Wake Forest High School head football coach Reggie Lucas. Now, investigators say this was not a drive-by.
Yeah, now this happened 2 weeks ago. If you guys can hear it, hit one. This happened 2 weeks ago. Erica died 3 days ago. So it happened a week or two ago, and she finally died. Once again, we thought she was going to come through, but she didn't come through. She lost her life.
not a drive-by shooting, and they say that Lucas was not the intended target. Police tell us that Lucas was caught by gunfire that was meant for someone else on East Nelson Avenue. So we are still working to learn as much as we can about what happened leading up to that shooting. And of course, we will bring you more information tonight on WRAL News at 10 and 11.
Now, regardless if the bullet was meant for Erica or not, the question is, why would a 16 to 18-year-old have a gun? And this gets back to the greater conversation, guys, of community integration and the lack of family, the lack of tradition, the lack of faith. And you begin to see it happen all too often now, guys. People are losing their lives to senseless violence, and people are losing their lives to senseless deaths. And when the voice of reason tries to come into the picture, many times it's minimized. Erica, once again, guys, was a pillar in the Black community. She was a warrior. She had class personified, and she did not deserve to lose her life at the hands of senseless gun violence. She didn't deserve to lose her life, guys, at the hands of senseless gun violence. And once again, guys, this happens all too often. Happens all too often. Nobody's held accountable. And bad behavior is minimized. Bad behavior is minimized. And we just keep going over and over and over and over and over again, the guys saying and doing the same thing. So now Erica's gone. She's not coming back. And of course, somebody is going to say that the kid that took her life was a good kid. Day was a good kid. But where was Day's father at? Why was Day out at night with a gun? And this happens all too often, guys. This happens all too often. All too often. And so Erica had a strong community support around her. And this is what said, this is what happens. Hold tight.
All right, Wes, thank you. Breaking news at 11 o'clock tonight. Police have arrested a 16-year-old and 18-year-old Dexter Lamont Mills Jr. in the shooting death of Erica Lucas.
Lucas was the wife of Wake Forest High School coach Reggie Lucas. He was shot just after 6 o'clock on Friday, August 29th, and taken to the hospital where she passed away today. Police say the shooting happened while the 56-year-old was visiting a relative's home on East Nelson Avenue. Investigators say Lucas was not the intended target. The community players and students came together to pray.
Imagine, guys, the love of your life, the love of your life is taken away from you, all due to senseless gun violence. So the liberals going to say, guys, take care of guns, take guns away. We need, we need more gun reform. But it's not guns that's killing people, in my opinion. It's a lack of community. It's a lack of mental health issues. It's a lack of family. And all those things, in my opinion, man, is causing the proliferation of gun violence and violence in general. But what you're seeing now is also the breakdown of morality. People just don't value life anymore. People don't value life anymore. People are distracted. Folks don't care about anything but self. When people die now, it goes in one ear and right out the other. Once again, I didn't agree with a lot of Charlie Kirk's talking points. Charlie Kirk has some points that I like, but Charlie Kirk was ignorant in some areas as well. But Charlie Kirk, as I said earlier in the show, didn't deserve to lose his life. And you had people trying to justify the man losing his life. The only time Charlie Kirk would have deserved to lose his life is Charlie Kirk took somebody else's life. If he tried to take somebody else's life, then I would agree with that. But Coach Lucas, if you're listening to this, my heart goes out to you, brother. My heart goes out to you. Because he lost a stand-up woman. Erica was a beautiful soul, man. And I remember Erica, when we were in high school, when she played basketball at my high school, we would talk and laugh. She got a master's from NC State. She played basketball at Elizabeth City. And Erica was a personification of a community leader, something that we don't have as much as we used to. Let me tell you something, guys, I yearned for yesterday in the 90s and the early 80s. Life was so much different. It wasn't perfect, but life was better. There was more community. People had common sense. But something has taken over the world, in my opinion. And I believe this thing that we're seeing proliferate is spiritual. I believe it's a part of the last days. I strongly believe that. You can't convince me that we're not in the latter part of the last days. The last days have been happening for a while now. But we are in the latter part of the last days, guys. And it's going to get worse. I've seen it get worse. Some of you guys from class of 90, y'all have seen it get worse. And once again, the aunt of the child, she was trying to justify what her son did or her nephew did. She was trying to justify it.
Pray and express their support for the family following that shooting.
Coach Lucas did share a message today shortly after, saying that we are deeply touched by the outpouring of love. Erica has always shared her kindness and compassion with everyone she encountered. As a teacher, coach, assistant principal, and central office leader, she consistently put students first. Her impact is immeasurable. She has touched countless lives and helped many achieve lifelong goals.
Gone. Gone, guys, gone. All gone, but too soon. All because somebody decided to take her life. Because somebody decided to take her life. Because some young kid that should have been home was out with a gun. And there she's gone. Never to come back again. Never to be with her husband or her family. Life cut short due to senseless gun violence. And once again, I don't believe the gun reform is necessarily the problem. I think it's spiritual. I think it's community. And I think it's a lack of accountability many times, sadly. And I see it not getting better. I see it only getting worse. And I hate to be the bearer, guys, of bad news, but I only see it getting worse.
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
Hey, Steve. Yeah, so the 16-year-old involved in this, their status and their name is all being protected because of their age. But the 18-year-old, Dexter Lamont Mills Jr., will face a judge here at the Wake County Justice Center tomorrow. This as the Wake Forest community begins to grieve the loss of the beloved former educator.
Just days after the community showed up to a Wake Forest high school football game in all blue to show support for the coach's wife, Erica Lucas, police confirmed she passed away from her injuries today. She was shot at a home in Wake Forest back on August 29th. Police do not believe she was the intended target. Erica was a longtime educator and touched the lives of many students throughout her career. We caught up with one of her former students last week who remembers her fondly.
She brought a whole new spirit and enthusiasm to gym class as a young, naive middle schooler, so I have very cherished memories of her.
She went on to serve as principal of Rollsville High School. She spoke with the Rollsville mayor back in 2014 about how she was asking the community for food donations to ensure that no kid at her school went hungry, regardless of their situation at home.
So I'm here for all kids. So if I'm here for all kids, then I'm going to cross the entire spectrum of kids and try to make sure that everybody has what they need.
In another interview, she beamed as she showed the mayor everything her high school had to offer students.
Every day, every time, whatever it takes. And once around, always around.
As the many who loved her begin to grieve her loss, law enforcement are moving forward with their investigation. After she passed away today, police upgraded charges for a 16-year-old who was arrested late last month in connection to the shooting. The teen will now face a murder charge. Police also announcing they've arrested another teen for Erica's murder. 18-year-old Dexter Lamont Mills Jr. was taken into custody today. He faces a murder charge and another charge for possession of a stolen firearm, a .380 caliber pistol that was stolen from a woman in Franklin County.
And now it's not clear at this point if that stolen firearm was in any way connected to this murder, but both charges came down on the same day. I do want to note that Dexter Lamont Mills Jr. was barely an adult when this happened. He turned 18 just the month before this shooting, and we will certainly be there in the courtroom tomorrow as he faces a judge. We also want to note that sometimes in these initial hearings, we get more information about the motive or the circumstance around this. And since police don't believe.
So basically, we don't know if this kid is going to be charged as an adult. We don't know if he's going to be charged as an adult or if he's going to be charged as a minor. But he turned 18 before or after the murder happened. He turned 18 after the death happened or the murder happened, guys. And so sad that once again, guys, this is what's happening not only in the world, but in the state of North Carolina, guys. The spirit of murder is on the rise. Apathy is on the rise. Apathy is in the land. People are becoming indifferent. People appear to not care like they used to. And all too often, guys, these scenarios continue over and over and over and over and over again. So I don't know fundamentally, guys, what this means long term. But we are definitely in the last days, in my opinion, the latter part of the last days. And I don't see it getting any better. I don't see it getting any better. I don't see things stabilizing. And I think you're gonna begin to see more of the same. You're gonna begin to see more of the same, guys. Because you can't have a balanced society devoid of morality. You can't have a balanced society, guys, devoid of morality. You can't have a balanced society devoid of faith. You can't have a balanced society devoid of correction. And folks now, they don't want correction anymore. They don't want correction anymore, guys. They want pacification. They want pacification. And they want foolishness and nonsense. Nobody want to be adherent to the truth. Because once again, guys, we are in trouble. And I don't know where we go fundamentally from here. I don't know where we go from here. Unless we go on our knees and repent. But we know that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So once again, imagine a woman losing her life for nothing. Losing her dignity for nothing. Never to open her eyes up again. Never to see her family again. Never to see her husband again. Never to see the day of life anymore. eternally broken, eternally defeated. So to the family of Erica Lucas Ruffin, or Erica Ruffin Lucas, my heartfelt condolences. You died a senseless death. But it's getting to the point, guys, there's so much violence in the land. I think people are becoming numb. If you're becoming numb to violence, I want you to tell me why. How many of you guys are becoming numb to violence? How many are becoming numb to violence? Because it's a bad thing if you are. But I think a lot of people are becoming numb to bad news, man, because that's all you see is bad news. That's all you see. That's all you hear. And it's just becoming the norm of the day. People lose their lives now. It's almost like it's not a big deal, man. Another person gone, all to violence. How many of you guys feel that something different has happened? How many of you guys feel like there's something different is happening, meaning things are not normal like they used to be? How many of you guys believe that? Because I believe so. How many believe that the world is in trouble? Because some will argue that it's the media proliferating bad news. I don't believe that it's solely because the media proliferating bad news. I believe that we're in trouble. I believe we are in trouble fundamentally. Because even in the past, when there was something bad that happened, the news has always been the news from the 90s to the 70s. But I don't think you saw things happen at the rate that it's happening now. It's always been happening. If something major happened. But I've never seen a time at the local level or at the national level so many senseless murders. And sadly, in a couple of days, a month, we'll forget all about the people that lost their lives, man. And we'll just continue because a lot of folks are distracted. We'll forget about it because people are distracted. But listen, I'm not going to hold you guys long. I just wanted to send a special salute to a classmate, a friend of mine, in Erica Lucas. She lost her life due to senseless violence. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I see this issue continue to metastasize. Because fundamentally, I think we don't value human life anymore. We don't value life. We don't value people. And many of us don't even value ourselves, sadly. So guys, we're going to end it here in a minute because I have to go. I just want to do this short impromptu. And just salute to my dear classmate and friend, Erica Lucas, a warrior in the community here in North Carolina. So Erica, God bless you. Hopefully I'll see you on the other side when I leave this planet. And I don't know what else to say, man. Don't know what else to say. Don't know what else to say. But that we are more or less experiencing more of the same. We are experiencing more of the same. So once again, Erica, I love you. I salute you. And guys, we're going to end it here. Be well.
Let's go. It was.
We're about to end it, guys. This has been a short impromptu, a test that I'm trying, guys. Once again, the spirit of violence is in the world, guys. And this is a salute to my dear friend, Erica Lucas, as her life was cut short. 53 minutes after the hour, 12 o'clock. I'm convinced, guys, that we are in the last days. And the only thing I can say is, Erica, rest easy. Rest easy, Erica. And rest easy to all of those that have died due to senseless gun violence. Rest easy to the woman that died in Charlotte. And whether you agree with Charlie Kirk or not, rest easy to Charlie Kirk. That man deserved to lose his life. Nobody deserved to lose their lives, guys, due to senseless violence. And I didn't agree with Charlie Kirk fundamentally on a lot of things. But once again, guys, we are in the last days. I believe we are in the last of the last days. I believe that the Messiah is coming soon. And I just want to encourage you guys to keep your head up. Surround yourself with quality people. Never waver in your convictions. And keep your head up high, guys. This has been another public service announcement. As I am the coach and clinician, bring it to you live from the greatest state that you in the Tar Heel State, guys. We're signing off. And guys, take care of yourself. Be well.